Hi guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. Welcome back. Some of you, it's only been a couple hours. Anyway, today we're going to New Jersey, but it's not court. It's a council meeting instead. And there's stuff you have to watch the beginning, because what happens at the beginning makes it really spicy later on. But it's just Jersey. It's just New Jersey being Jersey. And then we're going to finish with Judge Middleton. Yep, here we go. So this is Michael Jackson. He's a councilman, okay? And he's going to bring up some stuff here at the beginning. And it's just like the Mickey Mouse Club. That's a tool we'll use later. But it's just spicy. It just made me feel away when I watched it. So if it makes me feel away, you guys were going to watch it too.
And remove from the bills list. Can you lay out the process for that, please, sir?
Corporation Counsel.
I've never had that question before. I'll have to give it to you at the next meeting.
Okay. So let me rephrase the question. If a council member should request for an item to be removed or separated for an individualized vote from the bills list, do you not know the process for that?
Need a second.
Corporation Counsel.
Under Robert's rules in general, any member can make a motion for something. The motion can pass or fail.
What is required for the motion to pass or fail?
And the motion is the majority of the persons present.
There needs to be a second.
Motion, second, of course, and the majority of persons present. It would be
To have
an
any
ordinary
item
motion.
removed, but any item has the ability to be separated and removed, correct?
I've never received that question before, but that's how Robert's rules ordinarily works.
Okay. And with regard to items being added and taken from the agenda, I'm sorry, the process in which items make it to the agenda, based on the city code, which I'm sure you're familiar with.
Yes. Any
Corporation
member of the
Counsel.
council generally has the right to add something to the agenda at least a week in advance. If it's less than a week, the council president adds it.
So any member of the council has the right to add any item to the agenda so long as before the workshop the week prior, correct?
Yes, although there is such a thing as council president removal afterwards.
Based on the code, based on
we had
Robert's Rules of Orders.
We had this question a few years ago that yes, the council president can remove.
Okay. Council President removes items. We understand that, which that's a matter of debate, because according to the code, it says all items that are on the workshop agenda shall move forward to the regular meeting agenda. But we won't debate that right now, Mr. Ben David. My question is, any of those items that are being requested to be placed on the agenda by a council member, is there a requirement based on the code for any item to be signed off by a director?
That's not an absolute requirement. The director's signature is for the benefit of the council. However, there's some
It's a
matters.
very simple question, Mr. Ben David. Does an item that a council member requests to be placed on the agenda, is it required to have approval by an employee of the city, a director of a department?
The only example that I know for sure would require approval from the director would be a contract. The council can't put its own contracts on because under the Faulkner Act, contracts have to be negotiated by the administration and then approved by the council. But ordinarily, if a department does not sign off on something, it can be noted in the record, but it's not a veto.
So, simple question, Mr. Ben David. An item that's being requested to add to a workshop agenda, does it require a director's approval?
A contract does, other items ordinarily not.
So unless it's a contract, does it require a director's approval?
Generally not.
Okay. Does any item require to be present in a committee meeting?
The committee is not an absolute requirement. The committee has the power
I'm
to put
asking
something
you
on.
based on the code, Mr.
And
Let me read
based on the code,
Let
an
me read the
individual
code
may
to you.
add even without a committee.
Let me read the code to you.
Yes.
On the Friday preceding each regular meeting, the council, the clerk shall prepare with the approval
He reads the whole code, but you don't have to remember that. You don't have to memorize everything he's saying now. We just have to get through it.
of the president the agenda for this ensuing meeting. Such agenda shall include all matters proposed by any member of the council not later than the preceding work session, and such other matters required by the standing order of business. This agenda shall include consent agenda items. The consent agenda items shall include all resolutions deemed as to be routine being the key word, or procedural in nature, and or resolutions pertaining to related subjects. Those matters included within the consent agenda shall be enacted upon one resolution at the council meeting. Any member of the council may cause any matter contained within the consent agenda to be removed, therefore enacted upon separately, as per the bills list as well, by giving notice to the clerk or the council prior to the formal action of consent agenda. When a request is made to remove a matter from the consent agenda, that matter shall be considered as part of the consent agenda and shall be enacted upon separately at the same meeting of the council. In the event the president should add any matter to the agenda, he or she shall notify each member of the council immediately, and in any event no later than 24 hours prior to the scheduled meeting, the clerk shall forthwith deliver the copy of the agenda to each council person at his or her place of residence, or such place as council person may previously in writing designate. On Monday, prior to each meeting, the clerk shall post the agenda in the prominent place near the entrance of the clerk, where there's a period. Nowhere there, Mr. Ben David, did I hear anything about a committee. So I'm asking you, according to the code, this is our municipal code adopted based on Faulkner Act. Is it a requirement for an item to make it to the agenda that it must have committee approval?
No, but the council president can always move it to committee after it's on the agenda.
The council president cannot always move it to committee. The council president does not endow with any privileges or priorities that's not enlisted here in the code. Council president made a comment that she was going to post the code that outlined that an item that was being requested to be added to the agenda required committee, required approval by a director, and also required the signature by corporation counsel.
All
Now,
those things are best practices.
We're not talking about best practices. We're talking about the requirements by law.
None are absolute requirements.
None are requirements. If the council so chooses to vote on an item, speaking hypothetically,
Yes.
to vote on an item that corporation counsel refuses to sign off on, does that make that item illegal?
It's not a matter of illegal, a matter of, I think we try to keep things orderly. I mean, if you're talking about just giving something in on plain paper for a vote?
Yes.
No. If a matter is vetted through the council and the council decides that this matter is adequate and corporation counsel disagrees for whatever reason, does that make that item illegal? Does the council have the right to approve legislation without corporation council's signature?
Corporation counsel is not a veto, no.
Is not a veto. So again, yes or no answer.
Yes.
Does the council have the right to pass legislation without corporation council's approval?
May not be prudent, but it's not illegal.
Yes or no answer, Mr. Ben David.
Yeah. Now
It
you're
may
talking
not
law,
be
everything.
prudent, it's not illegal, but can the council approve an item without corporation council's signature?
Yes, it's possible, and
Yes.
it has been done in the past. We've gotten to lawsuits over it.
We may be able to get into lawsuits. I'm not disputing that, because the council is supposed to take advice, not consent, legal advice and direction from corporation counsel.
Yes.
That's provided corporation counsel is moving in a direction that's favorable to the community. If the council so sees fit that an employee of the mayor's staff is not moving in a direction that's advantageous or beneficial to the public, the council has the ability to move without the consent. What I'm getting at, corporation counsel, Mr. Ben David, is that council president totally lied at the last meeting. She outlined a process that is incorrect. It does not require for any item that I place on the agenda to, one, have the signature of Corporation Counsel. Two, is not required to have the approval of a director, and is not required to go to committee.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't consider
I'm not finished.
One
I'm not
second,
finished.
Corporation Counsel.
I'm not
just one
finished.
small detail. If you believe she's mistaken, that's not a lie, for starters.
Right.
When someone intentionally says they're going to post the code, I'm looking at the code. I'm waiting for the post.
Yeah.
So he's not happy with the council right now. And he's about to do something pretty dramatic.
Has not been posted. That is not inadvertent. That's intentional. And if someone gives information that's misleading to the public, sir, that is the definition of a lie.
No.
Corporation Counsel, one
I think a
second.
lie is a matter of
Corporation
intent.
Counsel,
Yes.
1 second.
I'm not finished.
I
Furthermore,
didn't say you were. I'm just asking him to just wait a minute.
Furthermore, any item does not require a committee. It does not require a director's approval. And Faulkner Act is intentionally set up that way to create the balance, separation of government between the administration and the council. If the council so required for a staff member of the administration to approve something, that will give the mayor unilateral power to control our agenda. If it required for for a director to sign off before any item made it to the agenda, that will give the mayor the ability to control the agenda.
Well, the purpose of those signatures isn't a matter of veto. It's a matter of, for the council's benefit, to show that the department has reviewed the matter, approves the matter, shows that the council's benefit, the corporation council reviewed and approved. They're not veto powers.
I'm not negating that, Mr. Ben David.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I brought an item forward last week at the workshop.
Yes.
It was outlined to the public that it did not make the agenda because I did not follow the process and the procedure. You know just as well as I do, you've been working here a very long time, there's items that come upstairs the week of the regular meeting that did not make it to the workshop. Yet and still, they make it to the regular agenda.
I believe that was within the council president's discretion. We had this issue about 3 or 4 years
correct.
ago.
It's within the council's discretion.
Council president's discretion.
It's not outlined for the council president, because if 5 council members saw fit to disagree with the council president, then what happens, Mr. Ben David?
That's true. In most matters, under Robert's rules,
It's not most matters. It's the singular matter.
No, the
It's
council.
the singular
Corporation
matter.
Counsel.
If 5
I'm not sure
members,
about the
Corporation
role that's now
Counsel.
Council President, but
Corporation Counsel,
yes.
this will clear it because I'm not sure. But let me say to the public, the item clearly is written on here. So, Ben David, maybe this copy should be given to you as well. Your item, Councilman Jackson, came on a Word document. We as the council body do not vote on Word documents. We vote on items that are on resolution paper or ordinance paper. And it clearly says to Corporation Counsel, approved as to form and legality on base of facts set forth, and it requires a signature. So we cannot say that it does not require it because it is outlined on the document. So I'm going to pass this to you, Mr. Ben David, so you can recant what you stated, and you can base the facts based on the law of what we vote on every week. It is required, and it is stated on the item. This is not what we're voting on. Young people, I want to apologize because I did promise you we will get you first, and we will do that so you could go home. But Mr. Ben David, could you look at that item?
Yes.
Because this will be admissible in law, and I want it to be clear that we do not vote on Word documents. We vote on items that are on resolution paper or ordinance paper that are assigned a resolution number, and then it states the fact. It says approved as to form and legality, so it is legal, on basis of facts set forward, and it's signed off by Corporation Counsel. So,
that's the
Mr. Ben David, I give it, 1 second, I'll give it back to Corporation
Different
Counsel.
things. Council.
No, he asked the question, can an item come forward and does not require Corporation Counsel's signature? Can we vote on that?
It would not be illegal to vote on it, but would not be prudent to vote on it.
Okay, it's not prudent. Council Vice President.
So I just want to finalize this one thing because, Councilman Jackson continues to say the council. We're a body of one, okay? We're a body, so when we vote. In this case,
she is more New Jersey than any of them.
he's being specific to himself. He's trying to bring in an item, okay, that did not go through its process, right?
Yes.
And so he wants you, but he continues to say the council. So if this council, it could go through the whole process, committee, it could go through legal, and you bring it on, and this council doesn't support it, it doesn't move forward. Am I correct?
That's right.
All right, so the council has the right to approve or not approve.
That's right.
All right, and the council president does set the agenda with the clerk.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Councilman
Why don't you
Velez.
just clarify that because
Councilman Velez,
when
and then
Councilman Jackson speaks, he speaks of the council. And the item that he's been trying to put forward is an item he wants to put forward,
right.
not the council.
Yes.
He.
Councilman Velez, briefly, and then can we do payment of bills because we want to so the young people can go home. Councilman Velez, and then payment of roll call, Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Council President. I'm going to try to stick in the payment of bills through the chair to CFO. If you could answer this for me, I appreciate it. And now and today, does the real fix in the city of Patterson still exist? No. Let him answer.
CFO.
Yes.
Yes. So they still got funding to run that program?
CFO.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay. So last month, council members attended the League of Municipality, and they only had I believe, 1 day of hotel pay.
Okay, listen, we're going back to that, what we just went through, what Michael Jackson is going through. We're going back to that. I left this part in because this is good. This is a good, show me your receipts. Give me some accountability of where you're spending the taxpayers' money. So I left this in.
No, they had to pay for their hotel. They have to, the only thing that the administration pays is, based on DCA, is the registration, okay, and 1 night, correct. But to be able to get informed in Atlantic City and the League of Municipalities, they had to invest from their pocket to be out there. I didn't win because I don't have that luxury to go. I noticed here in the payment of bill that the director or whoever is in charge of Real Fix is requesting a reimbursement of $4,000 and change money back from the grant for attending class or training or whatever, where the was the privilege to do that. If he getting paid to run a program that is called /Real Fix, because I don't see the Real Fix out there. Now he charging the grant $4,000 for reimbursement for whatever he did out there. And where he went, if he went to Atlantic City, he went to Las Vegas, he went to, I don't know. But here it says reimbursement for training and conference. Training and
Cocaine and
conference.
hookers.
CFO.
I'll look up the information.
That's the problem. We got to look up. Now, do you have the bill there that he's requesting reimbursement for?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so can you tell me where he went? That's
No,
public information.
I have to look it up.
That's public. That you got the bill there. He submitted a bill saying that he went to a conference, $4,000. He won reimbursement when he went to that and where he went to. It's public information.
I'm looking it up right now, sir.
Can you look at before I make my decision making the payment?
Yeah, if we can come back so I can just look it up.
Last but not least, Council President, and last but not least, I'm going to take the opportunity. I know that we had 6 months, Mr. Mark Simmons. He was 6 months as a BA in the city of Patterson. He sat there and worked with you, going back and forth with the payment of bills, making sure the finance it runs smoothly. Mr. Mark Simmons, I don't know why you live in us. It's between you and your family and the administration. But thank you for your 6 months of service. You tried to use your best to communicate with us, and I'm grateful for the friendship that you brought up to the council and through your office. And not disregarding Mr. Harris Zavallo that had worked before with prior administration with Jeffrey Jones being assistant BA. We are grateful for the job that you've been doing. So saying that, Council President,
I do love it in the city.
Councilman Mendez.
Very brief. Thank you, Council President. Just one quick observation. Mr. CFO, through the chair to CFO, page 9 out of 10. I need some. You have 9 charger from a special meeting cost. The total 850 each charge. That's the total. That's a total of $7,650. If you could give me some detail about what type of event are we paying for, I'll be waiting for that. Thank you, Council President.
Mr. CFO.
That's for the lawyer for the special meetings for, I believe, the planning board.
I'm sorry?
For the planning board.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you. So, Madam Clerk, is that one item, Councilman Velez?
I wish we could strike that item until we get real information,
No,
but we cannot do that, right?
Yes, you can request to remove
Yes.
that item from the agenda, and if you could get that information before the meeting, we'll come back to it. So just make that motion on the floor.
Yes, I want to remove that into further more information regarding that, where he went, why he's asking reimbursement for $4,000 and change.
Thank you. There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call to remove the $4,000 payment until further discussion later on tonight. Roll call to remove the $4,000, Madam Clerk.
Yes, roll call to remove the $400 from the payment of $4,000 from the payment of bills list. Councilwoman Cotton, Councilwoman Davila, yes. Councilman Jackson,
Yes.
Councilman Khalid. You said yes?
Yes.
I thank
Yeah,
you.
he said yes.
Councilman Mendez.
Yes, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Omar.
Yes.
Councilman Udin. I'm sorry. Councilman Velez.
Yes.
Yes. Councilwoman Cotton. Bless you.
Real fix.
That should be it.
So the councilmen are allowed to speak when they make a vote. She doesn't have a microphone on her, I guess. She doesn't have it turned on. But she's speaking about it real quick, just for a second.
Sorry.
She's asking for your vote, Council.
Your vote. Thank you. Thank you. The votes are 8 in favor, 1 absent.
My vote is yes, Madam Clerk.
Oh, I'm sorry, Council President. Yes. 8 in favor, 1 absent.
Roll call on payment of bills.
Roll call on the payment of bills. I have to get an amount changed. All right, so
Correct.
who's going to
Thanks
do the
for
math?
the
CFO.
cheers.
Give us the amount subtracting that $4,000 and change.
$22,125,224.32. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry, what is the amount?
22,100.
It's not 4 million, 4,000.
4,000.
So it's 4,000,
26 to 121,000.
16,
26 million.
18 cents.
26,125,224.32.
26,120.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, hold on.
I'm sorry.
That's the CFO. Come on, guys.
21,000.
For him. No, I want him to give me that.
Okay?
What is the amount? I'm sorry.
$121,224.32.
Thank you. Okay, roll call on the payment of bills in the amount of $26,121,224.32. Councilwoman Cotton? Yes. Councilwoman Davila?
Yes.
Councilman Jackson?
Thank you, Madam Clerk. To all my young people in the building, I'm glad you had an opportunity to, I know it's prolonged a little bit, but it's important. Your civic understanding is very important. It's part of the reason why Patterson is the position that it's in. So we're voting on a $26 million budget, of which $13 million is going to the schools. In 2017, this right here, this short list, was the list of abatements that we had in the city. Some were extensive, 90 years, 99 years, 50 years. There's people who came before the council callously doing certain things in the front of the city, and they still recipients of 50.
That's the list 7 years ago of who didn't have to pay taxes.
Year tax abatements. Since the last 7 years, this is the list of tax abatements. Every single one of these properties, not one of them contribute to that $13 million. In fact, every single one of these properties pays $0, zero in taxes. If you're a homeowner in the city of Patterson and you're not on this list, that's because you're not being included in the process. The item in which I was trying to bring to the council was to take us out of the state program that automatically gave an allowance for anyone doing a construction project to go right into what's called the Garden State Growth Zone. And Councilwoman Davila is correct. It is not the council president. She does not have unilateral authority. It is the council. So if I'm bringing an item forward of such importance to take us out of this program so that we can stop being stolen from and people could just develop here and not pay zero for taxes.
I do not live in New Jersey. I live in Pennsylvania, and I am outraged. I am outraged, and I want to know if that happens here. I have to know. I have to go out and find out tomorrow how many people they have on their little list that don't have to pay no taxes.
I would think, is anybody in here disagreement? If there's one person in the audience that disagrees with me, that's a resident of Patterson, I won't continue to fight to bring this forward. Just one, if I get one hand raised. But yet, I can't get one person to participate on this side of the council. It's very important. We have elections coming up in less than 4 or 5 months. This strenuous list, again, here's the list that existed for well over 50 years. Over the last 7, why council members say, they answer my questions, I'm good, they can have whatever they want. We have an item on the agenda tonight for 194 units. The developer came to the microphone last week and said that he will be paying for the parking for the city. For its tenants. The letter that I received of support from the parking authority, it reads as follows. The authority can provide the required parking at these locations. Daily or monthly fees will be paid directly by tenants and visitors in accordance with our standard rates at each location. I know some of you young people are going to be leaving early. Watch it when you get home. Watch council members' votes. As the council president, before she was the council president, she used to say clearly, if it's not in writing, it doesn't exist. They came to the microphone. They made a promise that they did not believe that they were going to have to deliver on. If this council does not start holding people accountable, you, the residents, will continue to get pissed on, continue to get illegally evicted. Your items will be tossed in the garbage. Your concerns will not be the concerns of theirs because they know they could come here and do whatever they want to do. So, you guys heard it here. You heard Council President say, oh, it says, I don't care what it says in that document. That document is not what's in the code. The law doesn't lie. The law is the law. As Corporation Counsel said, this council has the ability, the authority, as the gentleman who was callously disrespected last night, who's very well respected around the world, who's been a councilman and a state assemblyman for over 20 years, said the council has the power. Not one councilman, not just Councilman Jackson. It's going to take all of us to want to do the right thing for the public, to cut out the bleeding. So, what I do here is not for the council. Their positions have been made clear. Mr. Barron said it last week. They let you come to the microphone, complain a little bit. They already have the intent. My job is to educate you all, to let you know what's going on here. How many of you before the last couple of days knew about this list? How many of you knew about this list? How many of you knew that that all the properties on this list pay $0 in taxes for the first 10 years? Then the next 20 years is 5% each year. How many of you out there, homeowners, have the same privilege? How many of you are happy with this? Again, if there's one, if anyone texts me tonight and says, listen, mind your business, leave it alone, I promise you, if you're a resident of the city, I will leave it alone. Just one person. Thank you. Madam Clerk, my vote is no.
Thank you, Councilman.
They're clapping, bro.
Councilman Khalid?
I know, I can't pause it. Okay, I can. He's not the one that wants the $4,000. That was a different, that person's not a council member. That person is in charge of the Fix It Fast or Fix It Quick or something like that program. He's the director of that program. And he's saying he needs to reimburse $4,000. He's not in the room today. I don't know where he is. He's not a council member.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I want to go back 7 years.
Yes.
Just think about 7 years back. Remember all these abandoned properties? Over 1,400. It was an eyesore in city of Patterson. And our state legislator is not city. We did not make that legislation. Our state legislature did in Trenton, so that city of Patterson could come back again. We were drowning 7 years ago. In the second ward today, you will not find one abandoned property. Go back 7 years, you'll be every other corner you'll see one or two abandoned properties. And there used to be a fire almost every day on those properties. Also, it's been 7 years, and the developer, it was their incentive to come buy out of those pilots so they could bring back this city. It's the state legislature did it. It expired on, I believe, 2023, but it was extended to 2028. 2022 years from now, you'll be all gone. Now, Councilman Jackson want to bring the legislation in front of the council properly. We'll look into it. Instead of blaming the other council member, we'll look into it and we'll make our conscious decision, yes or no votes. And at the same time, he want to write a legislation to give a building 99 years abatement. He wrote it and he brought it to the council. So he's talking from the two sides of his mouth.
Where? Check your email. Where?
Not now. You did last year.
Where? Show it.
Councilman Jackson, he has the floor.
Last year you did.
Don't just lie. Don't do what Council President does.
Point of order.
Councilman Jackson, he has the floor.
I'm speaking.
You should have it in your
Councilman
email.
Jackson. Councilman Jackson, he has the floor.
No, but he's lying.
I'm not lying. We could go
Show
back.
it in your email.
Councilman Jackson, we have young people in the room. He has the
We could
floor.
go back and we could see the video. I don't gotta show you nothing. Everyone knows. I'll show you. I have to look into a lot of videos to find it. Which is the fact? Which is the fact? I'm speaking
To the public.
So which
they
is the
had
fact?
They had abandoned property problems. Okay. All right, fine. I wonder if there were any hardworking people who worked in New Jersey who could have, used that money that they just gave away to all these companies to build there. Open a business there. You do help them fix it up. Give someone housing. You know what I mean? All that money not being paid is being paid by the other homeowners. They're paying that money. That money is still getting paid. All these corporations that come in and get all these breaks. What about the people who live there? They could have used a break, small business loan, home loan, something. Fix the property up, something. But hey, at least they have all these corporations there now.
It was on live meeting. It was on live meeting. It is on the, and since I've been a council member since 2016, in this body, we voted on only 3 abatements. Only 3. Only 3. Go back and look at the record how this council body voted. Anyway, I'm done with that. My vote is yes for payments of bill.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Mendez.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. It's going to be a long meeting tonight, I guess. But I think that just for the viewer, I mean, for some clarification, we're mixing a lot of topic here. What we have in front of us is just a payment of bills. And in payment of bills, if you have any question, if you have any concern, you could ask the CFO, put that item to the side, the line item, and go back and review it. And if you feel comfortable, you could vote no. But if you review this payment of bill at home, the largest portion of the payment is for the Board of Education, $13.4 million. After that, we have rental system program to be paid, training, repair, equipment, building repair, medical supplies, and so on and so forth. Regular business for the city. Let me clarify that before I vote on this item. With that being said, my vote is yes, Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Omar.
My vote is yes for payment of bills, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Velez.
Real important to clarify the payment of bills. Rental assistance payment went out. Housing relocation for individual that comes to the city, especially to Human Services office, to relocate them to hotels when they don't have heat or any other situation. Payment to the board professionals to be able to move any things in the board they need to get paid, and active and retirement employee bills that are in this payment of bills. So, and I'm proud to say that if we could move a lot of items like I did with this 4,000 payment, it will be good and beneficial for accountability to the youth. That's what we're voting on payment of bills. So my vote is yes on this.
Thank you, Councilman. Council President.
My vote is yes, Madam Clerk.
Thank you. The votes are 7 in favor, 2 absent, 1 nay, and 1 absent. Payment of bills is hereby adopted.
Consent agenda, Madam Clerk, we're just taking item 17 out to vote on after, and then right after that, we'll take item 2 for our young people. Consent agenda, Madam Clerk.
All matters listed under the consent agenda are considered to be routine by the council and will be enacted by one motion. The items listed under the consent agenda are numbers 7 through 41, with the exception of item number 17, which will be voted on separately. Any item may be removed from the consent agenda by the request of any council member, and if so removed, will be treated as a separate matter.
Second. Moved by Councilwoman Davila, second by Council President Mims and Councilman Velez. Roll call on consent agenda.
Second, I'm so sorry.
Second, Councilman Mendez. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Okay. Roll call on the consent agenda. Councilwoman Cotton? Yes. Councilwoman Davila?
Yes.
Councilman Jackson?
Yes.
Councilman Kalik?
Yes, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Mendez?
Yes, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Omar?
Yes, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Velez?
Yes, Madam Clerk.
Council President? Thank you.
Yes, Madam Clerk.
The votes are 8 in favor, 1 absent. The consent agenda is hereby adopted.
Item number 17.
Item number 17 is a resolution reappointing Jeanette Dones as a commissioner. Votes are 8 in favor, 1 absent. Item number 17 is hereby adopted.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. We have our young people here. Let's do item number 2, Madam Clerk.
Item number 2 Second reading ordinance, public hearing is required. Ordinance creating Chapter 421, Article 3 of the Patterson Code to be entitled Smoke Shops and Tobacco Stores, sponsored by Council President Dr. Lalisa Mims and Council Vice President Maritza Davila, co-sponsored by Councilman M.D. Ford Uden, Councilman Luis Velez, Councilwoman Ruby N. Cotton, and Councilman Alex Mendez, Health and Human Services, ordinance number 25-030.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Council President Mims, Council Vice President Davila, second by Councilman Mendez. Roll.
Okay, me too.
Public hearing is now open.
Council Velez.
And Councilman Velez.
For item number 2.
For item number 2 for smoke shops. Mr. Rucker.
Addison, first of all, I want to congratulate those who worked on this ordinance. But I see from a conversation.
He keeps rubbing his coat all over the microphone. Just think of it as endearing. It's endearing.
I had with you maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Our major problem with smoke shops is marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
What I've seen in the last few meetings, where we want to bring in the Department of Health and so forth, I believe we still have to have a conversation with our police chief, which has not happened this beginning. I will always support anything that's going to save children and children's lives. But I want to make sure that we don't get confused here. I'm not supporting anything that is not well thought out. And we make sure we cover all the bases. The marijuana that's sold in these places are bringing home $30,000 to $40,000 to $50,000 a day in revenue. And the ordinance that's on the books that you just are about to vote to put on the books does cover the vaping and some of those items. But yet, a 13-year-old can go into the same smoke shop and buy a bag of weed.
Not anymore.
So the bottom line, the ordinance, I read the ordinance quite well. The ordinance needs teeth. A lot of your ordinances need teeth. They're nothing but on paper. And if we're not going to activate ordinances that we can actually manage and there's a real consequence to it, then what is the purpose of working on it for 2 years? So I do support.
There is a smoke shop right down the street from my home. And you cannot walk in the door unless you are 21 years old. You just can't. They just won't even let you in the smoke shop. I mean, there's big signs saying you can't come in here. You just not even with your parents. You're not allowed in here.
These young people in their effort to control the vaping, but I would like to see us come back to the table and make sure that the marijuana that is sold is taken care of.
I'm going to tell you what we're watching, Linus. I'm going to tell you what we're watching. We're watching the council get the public riled up about these smoke shops and ignore the fact that hundreds of thousands of businesses don't have to pay taxes, but homeowners do. That we don't want to talk about. That's fine.
All right.
Thank you. Any more speakers, Madam Clerk?
Seeing none, to move to close.
Move to close. Councilman Mendez, second by Councilwoman Davila. Roll call to close public portion on item number 2, Madam Clerk.
Roll call to close the public hearing on item number 2. Councilwoman Cotton. Councilwoman Davila.
Just to address that quickly, these items go through the Public Safety Committee as well. And just so you know, there's been quite a few smoke shops that the police has handled, and, they've confiscated drugs, money, and so forth. So I don't want you to think that it's not happening. It's happening. My vote is yes, to close the public hearing.
Thank you. Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilman Kalik.
Yes.
Councilman Mendez.
The power is in the people. Thank you to the youth for being here today. My vote is yes to close, Madam Clerk.
Thank you. Councilman Velez. Omar. I'm sorry.
My vote is yes, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Velez.
Yes, Madam Clerk.
Council President.
Yes.
Thank you. The votes are 8 in favor, 1 absent. The public hearing is now closed. On
Roll
item
call
number 2.
to vote on this item.
Roll call to vote on item number 2 for adoption. Councilwoman Cotton.
My vote is yes.
Thank you. Councilwoman Davila.
Yes.
Councilman Jackson.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Hats off to all you young people who found it necessary to take matters into your own hands. This is how you operate with the confines of government. You make sure that the people that are voted in are held accountable, and that's exactly what you guys have done. I'm proud of that. So, Madam Clerk, my vote is yes.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Kalik.
My vote is yes, Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Councilman Mendez.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. So once again, I want to say thank you to all the leaders that got involved in this fight and all the youth. The power is right on the people. We gotta take our city back. There's too many smoke shops in every corner. Every day there's a new smoke shop, putting our children at risk on the way to school. In and out, what they see is a smoke shop left and right, and we got to control that. So absolutely yes on this legislation, Madam Clerk. My vote is yes.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Omar.
Yeah, I want to commend all my colleagues for getting across this and also all our youth for being here continuously to get this done. My vote is yes, Madam Clerk.
Thank you. Councilman Velez.
Congratulations to all the youth that stepped forward and also the community and also the faith base that stepped forward with their comments to make sure this passed. This is going to direct
I have no idea what they're voting on.
the smoke shop and tobacco stores. There was a big concern regarding grocery stores, but I don't think they fall into a smoke shop regulation. So my vote is yes, and congratulations to the youth.
Thank you. Council President?
So, to Mr.
Well,
Rucker,
one of those gotta
the
go.
points that you made were a part of our conversation, not just in Health and Human Services, but also with OIC and the public safety. This item also, it talks about marijuana as well in the smoke shops, but it also says no more smoke shops in the city of Patterson. There will be no more. So that's what this ordinance is. I want to thank the
So
council.
what does that mean? Do the smoke shops that are already operational have to close down? Or is it just no more can open?
Members, this has been a work in progress for about 2.5 years, and I'm glad we got here. Thank you to our young people, Mr. Smallwood, and all of you for doing all of your great work. Madam Clerk, my vote is yes.
Thank you, Council President. The votes are 8 in favor, 1 absent. Item number 2 is hereby adopted.
And remove from the.
Okay, so that was in court. But I felt a way when I heard that meeting. I had a lot of feelings, a lot of emotion. So that's why I played it. But don't worry. We're going to go back to court now, okay? And we're going to go back to court in a bigly way, in a boss way. Yes, sir.
One last pretrial, and the rest are pleas.
Nevaeh Maria Horton of Edwardsburg has failed to appear. File 252100. This
starts out epic, Middleton. Epic.
Full of failed to appears. She didn't show up in December. She forgot. She didn't show up in October. All right. It was a very busy morning, but this one is kind of gets under my skin.
And I did call after her last attorney pretrial. I spoke with her grandmother. Her grandmother confirmed the process for getting a new court date and assured me that Nevaeh would call and schedule an appointment.
He's calling her on the phone.
Hello. Good morning. This is Judge Middleton calling for Nevaeh Horton.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
That's just so Judge Middleton. I'm just going to call her up. I'll just call her.
Hello.
Good morning. This is Judge Middleton. I'm on the bench here at the court in Centerville with your lawyer, Casey Strong. You're supposed to be here this morning for your drunk driving charge, and you aren't here.
I tried to call my car. It's not working.
So I'm going to issue a bench warrant for your arrest, and you'll have 48 hours to turn yourself in. I'll set the bond.
Yes, I'll do that. Do I have to go to jail though?
Yeah, I'll set the bond at about $10 million. Yes, you need to get over here. We don't do court on a phone call. You failed to appear in October. You failed to appear in December. I have to call and wake you up. Yes.
My car is just not working. I have to get a ride. I can get an Uber.
Well, we aren't going to be able to do it today because your lawyer is not going to be here. So, Casey, when are you here next?
I have another thing with that. I've called them and she hasn't answered, so I was just going to come there without her.
I have not checked my voicemail yet today, but I have called repeatedly and not received communication.
Are you here next week?
On Friday?
No, any day next week.
I'm here on Tuesday.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm in the 9th parallel next week.
Sorry.
No, I'm here next week.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
I'll be here.
No, yes, I'm here next week. What day are you here next week?
Tuesday at 10 a.m.
All right.
Or Wednesday at 1 o'clock.
Miss Horton, you're to be here Tuesday, January 6th, 2026 at 9:30 a.m.
9:30 a.m.
Or you'll sit in our jail until we can make arrangements to have your case resolved. There's a very serious charge. The prosecutor's made a plea offer. You've treated it like an old shoe. You need to be here Tuesday, January 6th at 9:30 a.m. Your lawyer will be here. I don't want a phone call. I don't want a passenger pigeon message. I want you to be here next Tuesday, January 6th at 9:30 a.m.
Okay.
All right, thank you. You can go back to sleep. Thank you. All right, we'll try this again. All right, so
last one I have is Miss Gonzalez, Your Honor.
let's do that one. Are you Giselle Ann Gonzalez?
Yeah.
You're here on a charge of operating with a high blood alcohol level, which is a ordinance. They can't do under ordinance, so it charges operating while intoxicated. Prosecutors agreed to reduce it to impaired driving. That's in file number 252427. That allegedly occurred on November 23rd of 2025. On the same day, they charge you with minor possessing alcohol and open intox in a motor vehicle. Then there's another one, 252430, open intox and MIP. And there's more yet, but in this case, the charge is going to be impaired driving and allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code.
Yes, sir. And I can give some clarity. The prosecutor did file a formal complaint that charges high BAC, open intox, and MIP. That would leave a driving suspended under ordinance. So it's my understanding that Ms. Stoll was offering an impaired for the county portion I talked to Ms. Genchwick this morning, and she would ask for an allowing for the driving suspended charge.
All right. Ms. Gonzalez, you've been here all morning. Operating while intoxicated, suspend your license. This is a lesser included charge known as impaired driving. Impaired driving is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, a fine of up to $300. But allow you to keep a suspended driver's license, restricted driver's license. You understand?
Yeah.
All right. Did anybody threaten you to get you to plead to this charge
No,
or promise you anything?
no,
And you signed the advice of rights,
yeah,
acknowledging that you're waiving those rights by entering this plea. Is that correct?
yeah.
Let's look at this ticket. All right, you got arrested on November 23rd in the village of White Pigeon for having a high blood alcohol content. They filed a formal complaint, but I can't tell what the alcohol level was. They also charge you with driving with a suspended license. Let's take care of that one first. They're going to reduce that to a charge known as allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code. That carries no points, doesn't get abstracted to your driving record, won't affect your ability to keep or maintain your license. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, that day on November 23rd, was your license suspended?
I don't know. I didn't know until I had gotten arrested. They had told me that my permit was expired, not expired, but was suspended and everything. So I wasn't aware of it until they had told me.
All right. That charge is also a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100. Doesn't carry any points, and it doesn't go on your driving record. You understand?
Yes.
All right. I think you spent 2 days in jail, 2 days jail credit, 2 days, 0 fine, $125. I'm going to make that due by February 2nd, 2026. I use that to pay the fine online. All right, let's talk about this drinking charge. They charge you with high BAC. Where were you going that day?
I was going to my mom's. She lived
3:21
right-
a.m.
Yeah, I had called her and told her I was gonna go there. She said it was fine.
All right, you're coming from where? From Three Rivers, headed to
Yeah,
Sturgis?
no, it wasn't in Sturgis. I was in Three Rivers going to White Pigeon to my mom. She was staying at the, I think it was a hotel or a motel.
All right. So you were going from Three Rivers to White Pigeon. What were you drinking?
Lunazul,
Let's say that again.
Lunazul. Tequila.
Oh, we'll say it again.
Tequila, Lunazul.
Lumazul.
Lunazul.
Lunazul. I don't know that. Well, that'll do it. What's your blood alcohol level?
It was a 0.182, Your Honor.
I'm going to set this for the same date, March 2nd at 11. Now, are we dismissing these MIP and all these other things?
That was my understanding, Your Honor. The MIP is part of the formal complaint.
Okay.
As well as the open talks.
I don't know if they said it or I missed it, but she got a DUI the day
This is
after.
Gonzalez.
She got a DUI, 2 in a row.
There's a one-woman wrecking crew. More I looked at it, the worse it got.
She's 19.
She has another drunk driving charge pending at pretrial with Judge Pattison in January. Set for final pretrial in 252418 SD for January 29th. She has an OUIL and 24185, I think, SD from October of the 27th. She's on probation for domestic violence in 241515 with a condition that she not use any alcohol. She got a MIP on June 26th of 24. She has this charge, driving suspended, open intox, MIP, and a high blood alcohol level. I believe she was on bond on the other case when she got arrested for this.
Minor in possession of alcohol.
And she's on probation with a no drug and no alcohol condition. Shows $1,124 worth of unpaid fines and costs. She's out drinking tequila and driving around at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm contemplating canceling your bond, leaving you in jail between now and March 2nd. What do you think about that?
No, thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
You got 3 drunk drivings, 2 MIPs. You're on probation for domestic assault and you're 19 years old, which leads me to believe that you aren't really taking things very seriously.
I'm sorry. I've started doing classes. I had applied for Pivotal, and now I see this girl the 6th, and I see her every 2 days out of the week.
Well, let me tell you this, there's jail in your future. You keep doing this, there'll be worse than that. This one happened on November 23rd. Then you got arrested the next day on November 24th for another drinking driving charge. And you're on probation for domestic assault. But that didn't happen until December. So you got arrested for drunk driving 2 days in a row.
Every other person I can think of would get jail. Except maybe my sister. She wouldn't get jail.
When's the last time you saw your probation officer?
I usually call her. She's, I would guess, too busy to see me.
You were in on the 16th of December and was going to set up a payment plan. I don't even know how to get my head around this. I started looking at it on Monday or Tuesday and it made all these notes and thought, holy smokes. Ms. Davis has joined us. Ms. Davis, you have input on this case?
Your Honor, this case was one of the ones that hurt our interest in trying to correct the arrest and detain release issue at the jail so that people aren't going about their day without having bond conditions. And so we are not happy with her behavior. Certainly it's dangerous.
She doesn't need bond conditions. She's on probation with a no drug and no alcohol and already a testing condition. We're not going to start putting bond conditions on every OUIL first case. If I order them to test, they have to pay for the testing. And in fact, I'm not even sure I'm allowed to do it. But it is certainly a concerning circumstance. She did, after I got on her case, when I saw her at the arraignment, start to make payments on her stuff. This is OUI was reduced to impaired.
I didn't even notice that was Debbie Davis. I didn't even notice. Did she bring her goat? Maybe that would make everyone better.
Ms. Gonzalez, are you working somewhere?
Yes.
Where's that?
Myers Distribution and.
Oh yeah, you told me that each time. All right, you're set for sentencing March 2nd. You're on probation. The probation dictates that you not drink any alcohol and you test upon direction of any court officer or police officer. If I gave you a test right now, what would it show?
That I've been drinking.
How about marijuana?
I'm sorry, what?
How about marijuana?
I don't smoke weed either.
All right, you're not old enough to smoke weed, and it's a condition of your bond that you not use it. But obviously, it's very troubling. You got arrested for drunk driving 2 days in a row. So obviously there's not a lot of parental control, that you are an lawful adult. And we got a budding alcohol, 2 MIPs, 3 drunk drivings, a domestic violence, open intox, and some other stuff. There's an alcohol problem here we're gonna try to deal with. I want you to take these forms out to the probation, out to the clerk, take this one. But you can't drink any alcohol and you can't drive. Your driver's license is suspended. How'd you get here today? I see you have a friend with you. All right. All right, you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I would send you to see your probation officer, but she isn't here, and you just saw her on the 16th, so we'll call that good. All right, we're still plugging away here. That finishes Mr. George. Mr. Gibson's got a motion in one of his cases, so let's do Mr. Truckey's cases, and then we'll finish with Mr. Gibson. Samuel Arthur Mitchell.
He'll call your mom and tell on you. We don't know that yet, Jenny. The sentencing is March.
Are you Samuel Mitchell?
I am, Your Honor.
Mr. Mitchell, you're charged with interfering with a crime report and domestic assault. This always causes me pause. It's alleged to have occurred on November 29th. Interfering with a crime report generally has to do with taking a telephone, generally a cell phone, away from someone. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. Slapping them or punching them is an assault, and a domestic assault is punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. So the assault charge actually carries a lower sentence than taking the phone. Nonetheless, both of these charges would be dismissed for a plea to disturbing the peace. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you confirm that, Ms. Stoll?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Disturbing the peace is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail, up to 90 days in jail, and a fine of up to $500. You understand the charge?
I do.
Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to that charge?
No.
You've been sitting here all morning. You've heard me go through the advice of rights a couple of times, and Mr. Truckey's just given me one. You understand you're giving those up by entering this plea?
I do.
Let's see what I can discern about this. At that time, were you living with Cassandra Mitchell?
Yes, that is my wife.
All right. And you and she got in some argument about money?
Correct. She took money, my disability money from the VA that pays our bills, and she took it and put it into her account that she had set up prior to my knowledge. And so our bills weren't being covered that month.
Because you had automatic bill pay?
Withdrawals, yes, correct.
All right, so that was upsetting to you.
Correct.
Then you got in an argument. Did you slap the phone out of her hand?
I did not. She had the phone up, recorded me in my face and said, "Does this make you mad?" And yes, I was mad. And when she put the phone down on her lap, I took the phone, deleted the video, but that's not what the charge was for.
Oh, well, we're just addressing disturbing the peace here.
Okay.
And you unplugged the Alexa.
Correct.
So she couldn't call 911.
No, she was calling her mom. It said, she said, "Alexa, call Brenda Lux." And I said, "We don't need to involve your parents in this," and I unplugged the Alexa. And I told the police that over and over again, and they still arrested me.
Sir, you can't say that on a live stream. Everybody's Alexis is gonna go call whatever Brenda Lux now. You can't say that. Knock it off.
For 911 call.
All right. This happened on the 29th, and you got a release
I'll get
on
one,
December
Josh.
1st.
I'll get one.
Correct.
So that's 2 days, credit 2 days. Anybody have any additional input on this one? Normally, disturbing the peace would be a fine and cost.
Your Honor, the victim's present. I'm not sure if she'd like to address the court.
Well, that's helpful. Is Cassandra Mitchell here? Is there anything you want to tell me?
I don't feel like the statement's truthful because Alexa, you can't call 911.
All right, well, why don't you come up to the podium? I'd like to hear what you have to say. I'm about to give him 2 days in jail, credit 2 days, and lift the no contact provisions. Is that acceptable with you?
There are personal protective orders that affect the same.
All right, so there's a PPO in effect.
Correct.
All right. And you have a PPO against him?
Yes.
All right. It's a joint house?
Yeah.
All right. All right. What would you like me to know?
So I had my daughter on her lap. I had let him know because for a couple weeks he had stopped putting any money in our bank account. So he had withdrawn all finances for me and the children. And I'm a stay-at-home mom. I've been home for 6 years with the kids. And so I have an account that has child support money that goes in for our older children. And so I was only using that money to handle fuel and stuff for the children. And so his disability money, which is, it's set for the family, like dependents and everything. So it's for the family and that goes into a joint account. And so I transferred some money out and I told him I need money for fuel so I can get the kids to and from school. I said, if we need to talk about more bills, we can write it down. We can be civil about it. And he was getting really mad about it. I did tell him I was going to record him, or I did not tell him I was going to record him. I told him I was going to call the police if he didn't calm down because he was being very threatening. That's when he took my phone out of my hand. He scraped my hand up when he did with his nails. And then I tried to call my mom because you cannot call 911 on an Alexa. It's a disabled feature because of conversation or TVs or whatever. So I was calling my mom. Then he also disconnected the internet after he disconnected the Alexa. And so I tried to leave. He climbed through the vehicle when I was trying to leave. So I went back inside and that's when he threw my phone back to me after he deleted a whole bunch of stuff off my phone. And then including the video. And so then I went into the bedroom and I called the police after that. I do want to make it clear that I don't think like jail time or fines or anything that I think he needs treatment. He is a disabled veteran. He has PTSD. He's 100% disabled. I have, prior to this situation, been working with the Veteran Services. He knew that I was meeting with them to see what kind of help that they could offer. And to my knowledge, he is working with them right now. I think that's the most important.
Well, there's two sides to every story. The way you made it sound like she pilfered your money to buy lotto tickets or something. Her version is she transferred the money to pay household bills. You didn't want her to talk to her parents. You deleted the video of you being angry in her face. And then you deleted the internet so she couldn't call 911 and you ended up in jail for a couple days, which probably was good. Gave you time to cool off. Where are you staying now?
At the Wakeman House in Mendon.
Is that open?
I did a bunch of work there a couple years back and good friends with them, so they're letting me stay there.
Are you in one of the little cottages or something?
No, I'm up front in the apartment.
Are you working with Stony Summy?
I do work with Stony.
Are you doing any VA treatment?
I am trying to get, I did VA treatment in Battle Creek and Stony wants me to be transferred down here to Lisa Velez, and trying to get that work through community care through the VA to get it approved. So it's in the process of doing that. Yes.
All right. I normally don't do a probation and disturbing the peace, but I'm gonna make you do get plugged into community care rather than talk about it. I want to make sure that you do it. Thank you for being here. It was very helpful.
Your Honor, if I could have my opportunity for allocution.
Yes, thank you. I apologize, Ross.
Mr. Mitchell's a disabled veteran. He's going through a divorce. There's a divorce file between these two parties now open in this circuit court. And
Hi, Sherry.
it's my belief that that is the tool that will resolve these issues. There's also a scheduled PPO hearing on January the 6th between these two parties in which I'm involved. And there's sufficient safeguards.
Who did the PPO?
Oh, you did.
Oh, so I've got this.
Yes, on January the 6th at 10:30.
I'm always a little reluctant to do exclusive possession of a home in a PPO to kick one spouse out. Now, we do it with bond conditions all the time, but I'm going to hear more about this on January the 6th, which is Wednesday. Tomorrow? Tuesday?
No, that's the 6th, a week from. It's
yeah,
Friday. It's a Monday.
Next Tuesday.
Friday.
Yeah, I keep thinking it's Monday. All right, next Tuesday. All right. Well, I'm going to do a 6-month probation, which could theoretically be discharged at the end of 3 months. Another 12 days jail credit 2, leaving 10 days to serve. Of the 12 days, 10 are deferred.
And could I get the basis for the departure on the record, Your Honor?
Yeah, that's fair. There was, now I didn't negotiate the plea agreement. They reduced it to disturbing the peace. The facts clearly support interfering with the crime report. They also would indicate there was a support for a domestic assault. She at least got scratched. But the other reason for the departure is I want to make sure that he actually starts to participate in VA counseling rather than something that he doesn't have to do. And so that's a fair question, and that's my reason for the departure. The fine is 0. Everything I take from him is money away from his family. There's a $75 crime victims' rights fee, a $50 state minimum fee, and a $150 attorney fee. I'm going to waive the oversight fee.
Could I see you waive the attorney fee as well, Your Honor? I'm here for Rhonda, and I'm retained in the PPO file, but it's kind of a weird.
All right, so you're actually retained in the other case.
Yeah.
All right, and I appreciate that. You're the mayor of Leonidas, and you help resolve Leonidas cases. And so I'll do the minimum allowable fine of $125. Enroll in VA treatment and sign release. No drugs and no alcohol. Test as directed. I can't tell whether alcohol was involved in this. I couldn't tell from the report.
I don't drink.
All right, so I didn't see that. No assaultive behavior. If you get enrolled in the VA local treatment program and don't have any other trouble for as few as 3 months, I could discharge you from this probation. If you don't, I could put you in jail for at least 10 days or up to 90.
We are working with the out like community care to get it approved.
All right, I think that's a good plan. But I don't want nothing. Mr. Truckee, I appreciate your covering this case today. All right, you take this out to the counter. We'll get you started on that probation. I want you to get involved in the community care, sign a release.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
I have one last pretrial and the rest are pleas.
Yo, I have to pay attention. It just started over from the beginning without telling me. Oh well, guys. Go out and see how many properties in your county don't have to pay taxes. Find out why. I'm going to. I want to know. So that wasn't court, but it was something a little different. And then we had Judge Middleton, which is nothing different. Nothing at all different. 2 DUIs, one after another, 19-year-old, checks out. That's just a normal Monday for us, guys. Because it's Monday right now. See? And it was normal. That's what we thought was normal. All right. Thanks for coming out, guys. I'm going to set up OJ, and I'll see you all in a bit. Have a great day, though. Bye. Thank you.
Well, I thought I'd write a happy song. I found a chat room where I belong. You don't know how much it means to me. With such a groove, I'm less lonely. Oh, Kathy's the creator, she's leading the way. At Court Vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her smile shines bright, she's got that grace. Come join the fun, it's a welcome and play. I can count on distraction from my pain, 'cause this creator takes you there and back again. Kathy is the heart here, always in stride. Her work is hard, but her joy she can't hide. Oh, Kathy's the creator, she's leading the way. At Court Vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her style is classy, she's always top shelf. Don't take my word, come and see for yourself. Her cases are new with a twist or two. I really like them, I believe you will too. A little lifeline passed along in rhyme. Why don't you join us? It's a guaranteed good time.